Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Dean. This is going to be kind of a long one video. I'm not going to try to make it too long, but I'm so proud. I'm so proud I want to make it long. Got a client that was really raw. He didn't know anything about women, you know, the norm thing. He started getting with the man mindset, and little by little, learning about the conversation courses and the types of women and all that other stuff. He started to get a little more confidence, alpha code, and the champ, blah, blah, blah. There was this woman that he's been trying to get at. Now, again, we always tell you don't eat and shit at the same place, but for this guy, his excuse was she was in a different department or was at a different company in the same building. Because sometimes you have buildings that have the same, have different companies, subsidiaries and stuff. So, she was like one of the baddest bitches in there. Now, again, this is just what he's telling me. But she was kind of woman that was very intimidating to a lot of guys. Now, with a little bit of coaching and every stuff, I finally got him to go ahead and start making moves. And the cool thing about it was, he was like, okay, what I'm gonna do Friday is I'm gonna go ahead and make my move. I'm like, all right, man, let's go. Like, let's eat. Let's do it, right? So, this motherfucker goes and does it. Now, what blew his mind away was he's been talking to 7 women a day. Now, I always tell you 5, but when you start to learn and get a little more confidence, you're gonna up the numbers. So he says, man, he called me, it was like he won the lottery, but I had to calm his ass down. This is why it's gonna be a long ass video, man. Had to calm his ass down. He's like, oh shit, Steve, you ain't gonna believe what happened, man. Oh shit, oh my god, damn. Shit, man, I'm like, what's calm down, what happened? He's like, dude, Steve, man. Dude, he's like, man, look, man. It's Friday before we got off work. I pulled her aside and I did exactly what you told me. You know, she didn't even know me. She saw me around. I introduced myself to her. I told her I didn't want to take too much of her time. I know she was going for the weekend and all this other stuff. And then she was like, I didn't have no plans for the weekend. And he was like, well, you know what? I told her, hey, the reason I'm coming over here, like I said, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I find you very attractive and I like to, talk to you. And he's like, yeah, and what he didn't expect, he didn't expect her. Look, not only did she take his card, but the smooth thing about this shit was, now he did kind of fuck up. He didn't tell her what he wanted to do, but we'll get in that in a second. So she texted him Friday night. Now he's a little nerd. Now again, you gotta understand, for a lot of guys, when you see the woman that you always want to get with and you finally, like, everything lines up and she's showing you some play to see what's up, it's a very exciting time, but it's a very traumatic time for a lot of these guys because they don't know, okay, oh shit, I don't want to fuck this up, so I had to keep them, eyes forward. Let's keep your eyes on the prize and get this going. So he was like, okay, well, all right. So I said, relax. I said, now this is the time. Okay, all right, look, you already did the conversation course homework. All you got to do now is go with your texting toolkit and utilize the branch. Take a deep breath. Once you figure out the type, you'll be able to run this smoothly. So he was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go for it, but man, look, I'm gonna need some, look, he sent me some texts. Now I kind of helped him out a little bit, but I would say 90% him, only 10% of your boy. 90 him, my motherfucking man. So, he's using the texting tool. The first icebreaker question was the one that fucked her world up. He was like, he's like, dude, when I hit her with the texting toolkit icebreaker question that she has never heard before, it changed everything up. Because at that point, she was so used to guys doing the who, what, when, why, where, she wasn't used to that. He took that, went through the branch, went through his conversations. Now, this is why I kind of got him. I say, look, he had the texting and the manhood you. I mean, this is the motherfucker dedicated. I said, now remember what I told you. He said, yeah, I know, I got you. Because then he started like getting a little confident, like, oh shit, what the fuck? So he was like, look, don't worry about it. The next message I'm gonna hit her with, I'm gonna tell her we gonna set something up. But guess what happened? This is how serious this motherfucker is. This shit we showing you. Before he even got the chance to set the date up, she hit him, and this is what we always tell you, and we're gonna be teaching you about these later. She hit him with, I'm not doing anything on Wednesday. You know, I'm just sitting around, I'm kind of free on Wednesday. Now, this happened on, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, because like I told you, when you do this shit right, it's gonna run smoothly. So she was like, he was like, well, what does that mean? I'm like, motherfucker. Listen, see, for a lot of y'all guys, y'all think y'all need to go out on dates Friday or Saturday and shit like that. But when you really move a woman, she really wants to know, are you the real thing? Are you all these things that you say you're gonna be? I said, look here, motherfucker, check this out. You ain't feeding no motherfucking ducks, okay? What you gonna do is you got Wednesday. What she's telling you is she's free. So now you need to take the move and go ahead and set up the motherfucking, the date. Set up a date for Wednesday. Throw this shit off kilter. Because women like that are not used to men setting and throwing things off kilter. See, most guys at this point, when they have an opportunity with a woman, they're gonna sit there and be like, okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and set this up for the weekend. She gave you a signal. I'm not doing anything on Wednesday. So because she's not doing anything on Wednesday, this is the opportunity right here to go ahead and do the ice cream or the motherfucking coffee. Because she's already into you. Through the conversations, through the branch, you got it. Now, I was telling him, because he said, motherfucker, okay, I said, look, now, I always like to prepare my guys. So he already had the kissing 101 and the make out and the fucking. Now, he didn't fuck. But I said, look, this is important because remember, as a man mindset guy, you always gotta think about and remember the 3 steps ahead. Because right now, you are in control. Right now, she's interested in you. She's trying to see what's going on, but you gotta calm down because for a lot of guys out there, they have their idea of what the perfect woman is. And for a lot of guys, they feel like they can't get the perfect woman. Well, this guy, it all fell to him. She was blown away by the way he walked up to her and approached her. Blown away by his cockiness by giving the number. But she wanted to see what was up. She got in touch with him. They talked. Hit her with the texting toolkit. Utilized the branch with the conversation courses. So now I'm like this. There's 2 things you got to do. Right now, you got to really practice your kissing 101 and making out. He's like, what? I said, just trust me on this. Because what you're going to do and how we're going to set this up, we got to look to the future. We got to look for a few days, and which is about now, but we'll talk about that in a second. But I say, you got to understand, everything is moving fast now. Why? Because women like this have lots of options. Now, she's putting it out there that she's free on Wednesday, set Wednesday up. Now, if you're doing it right, now remember, Tuesday was really crucial. Not Monday, but Tuesday. Because Tuesday was when he started to maneuver going from, he kind of leapfrogged what I loved about it. He went from conversation 1 talk, and he jumped leapfrog past 2, dribbled a little bit on conversation 3, and started a little bit of dirty talk, okay? Started a little bit of that, started a little bit of flirty. So, this motherfucker, and this is what I love this shit, motherfucker. This motherfucker here, let me tell you what he did. So this motherfucker, when he's on Tuesday talking, usually I keep telling, text, voice, text, voice, video, blah, 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 blah. This smooth ass motherfucker, and I'm so proud of him, man. I'm proud of you, motherfucker. He was like, okay. The reason he did, he was like, what would the dean do? So he was like, okay, we talked, we're going to have Wednesday set up. So he knew Wednesday was coming. So he's like, shit, all right. This motherfucker jumped, look, usually I say text, voice, video, live, right? In that order. This motherfucker here went from text, jumped over leapfrog voice, and started sending video messages to her. Why was that important? Because around 10:30, 10:45, when she was in her underwear and her motherfucking t-shirt, anyway, I can't get all that. So they're doing videos back and forth. And this smooth ass motherfucker, this is what I love about this motherfucker. He didn't even know he had it in him, but it is more to this. I gotta hurry up. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited for him. So he's doing video messages with her back and forth. And this motherfucker, you motherfucker, this motherfucker took the initiative and went straight to one-on-one video. So he's like, you know what? And he was like, instead of just going back and forth with videos, since I already got this, why don't we go live? So I'm like, oh shit, all right. I said, all right, so you ready to do this? He said, yeah, shit. I mean, she seemed like she down, and she's really engaging me by doing a little flirtation shit. I can't get in all that. So he's doing videos with her and stuff. He didn't make her play with herself or anything like that. But what he started to do is started using a little more dirty talk and started being more flirtatious with her. Now remember, this is someone he met on Friday. We're on Tuesday right now. So what happened at this point, he already had Wednesday set. He had Wednesday set up. But now with the video, he's on video with her. Now they talking yak. They flirting. All this shit's going on, man. Fucking man, dog. What was it? The date was on Wednesday, yesterday. Wednesday, they did lunch. He did exactly what I told him to do. And what I told him to do was, what you want to do is, I know you got the date set up for Wednesday. You've already did the voice messages. You already did all the stuff. You're already flirting with her. What we want to do now is we want to fulfill the gap between the date on Wednesday, and we want to make it more affectionate because we want to move it to what we're about to talk about in a second. So this is what you do. You go ahead and you let her know, hey, let's take a lunch break. Let's get away for a little bit. Let's meet at the park. Well, I always love to do the park because the thing about a lot of women is that they love fun and flirty, and they love to have a good time. They love to be pushed on swings and shit like that. We'll get into all that shit later. Took her to the park. Pushed her on a swing, was talking yak in her ear and all this other stuff. This motherfucker did a smooth move. Now remember, he's pushing her on a swing, right? He pushed her on a swing, she came back. He grabbed the chain and he kind of crossed the chain like this, and he spun her around where, like she's this way, but he's twisted her around this way. Did a kissing 101 move on her ass. Now look here, dog. Took her breath because she wasn't expecting that. Because again, she wasn't expecting. Now again, this is somebody who's slowly building up his excitement. Man, I know we gotta hurry up. I know I'm going too long. I'm long-winded, but I'm trying to catch you up to where we are right now. So they have the date on Wednesday, which is great. Now the date went great because what he did, like I always tell you, the way you think, type, behave, all has to carry over when you're one-on-one, especially when you're on video. All of that went good. But what happened was, now this wasn't a roadblock, but this is what happened. After the date was, now he greeted her with a hug, a kiss, doing all the things we're showing you. Now this is when he went backwards. Because when you go to conversation class 2, I show you how to get the kiss on the first date, blah, blah, blah. But what he did was, instead of going dirty talk, he went back to conversation 2. But he didn't go back for the kiss. He was going back to do the kissing and the making out. So what he did was, when he was with her, he at the end of the day, he kissed her in the beginning, but at the end, they got together and they started kissing and making out. Now, he utilized the kissing 101 technique. He did a little bit of the making out. Now, he didn't fuck. Now, what she said was, you know, things are moving too fast. You know, I'm trying to slow it down. I'm not that kind of girl type bullshit, which is fine. But this guy's confidence is raging and bubbling and just growing every second, because he never thought he would be in the situation he would be on Friday, which was yesterday, Wednesday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days. He never thought he'd be in this situation. So everything went great. And what's even better is what he did after, which we're getting to right now, which I want to talk to, because this is the $1 million question he's asking me, and I want to help you guys out. What do you do after the first date? What do you do after you do the ducks, the ice cream, or the tea, when you're doing it correctly? Oh shit, hold on. What do you do? Let me unplug that. What do you do? This is how he did it, which is great, because now he's setting things up to now where it goes into the ultimate bachelor pad and the ultimate date. So what he did, and what I'm telling you, what do you do? Okay, I'm telling him, but I'm gonna tell you guys. This is how it goes down. So what you have to do when you have that second date, see, where a lot of guys go wrong with the second date is they want to go out to dinner, or they want to continue the momentum of how things were. But what I keep telling you guys, if you're going to take somebody out to eat and spend all that money, I want you to do, I always say, bachelor on a budget type thing. The thing that you can do, if you can't cook or you can cook, and I know a lot of you guys can't cook, so that's why I always tell you, and I'm going to tell you right now, and I told him, what I want you to do is go to one of those places called like Blue Apron or something like that. The reason, or go to the store and buy stuff. But what I told him to do, and what I'm telling you guys to do, especially on a second date, is I want you to go out, I want you to have dinner, but I don't want you to go out to dinner. See, if you're doing everything right, which he's doing everything right, is at this point, is that, okay, he's doing everything right. He did the kissing 101, making out. It got a lot of petting, a lot of touching, a lot of steamy car moment. One step away from fucking. But now you got to take a step back. Now you got to chill at this point. But you still got to be a little aggressive. So what I would tell you guys at this point, this is the time where you do you cook for her. This is the time where you tell her, you know what, with the conversation, you let her know that you had a great time. For him, the thing that will set him aside from most other guys is now that he's doing video and stuff like that, what I would tell him to do is leave her a video message, because then she can look at his eyes and see that he's real serious. Talk to her about how great of a time that you had with her on Wednesday, and let her know, look, I'm free this weekend. You let me know when you have some time. I've got a great idea. Now this goes all the way back to the beginning, because remember, in the beginning, we always tell you, you let her know why you came up to her. You let her know what you want to do, and you want to keep that momentum going. So let's fast forward to right now. So what you want to do in this point, you want to let her know that you had a great time. You know, you utilize some of the dirty talk things in the conversations that we show you. Then from that point, you let her know, like you did in the beginning, I'm free this weekend. I got a great idea. You let me know when you're free, and what we'll do is you and I will spend some one-on-one time, and then you set up the stage. You come back to my place, and we'll have a nice dinner. The reason I want you to do it at your place, because remember, your house or your kitchen or your dining table is one step away from the bedroom. You already have the momentum. You already kissed, you already talked, you already talking to her pussy, you already doing a video thing, and she's into you. But the thing that this guy is, and I always say for you guys, is this is a more nervous time, because you're finally getting what you want, and you've never been at this point. So this is where you gotta really take a step back, calm down a little bit, because a lot of guys at this point, they really get nervous because, really I'm getting everything I want. I finally get everything I want. So now you're getting everything you want. So at this point, what I want you to do, I'm talking to the guy, but I'm telling you guys as well, is that I want you to set up the meal or the dinner at your place. Now, this is what's important here. Now, I don't, now this is with the sex classes. We're going to release the music and all that other stuff, how to set all that up. But I'm definitely going, he's a client, so I'm going to show him how to do all this shit. But what I'm saying for you guys is that this is when you utilize the ultimate date and the ultimate bachelor pad to set up the scene and the scenarios for her to come over, have your crib set up right. Because again, like I told him, like I'm telling you, you never know when it comes to a woman when it's going to happen. You don't know when everything's going to fall into place, but the guy that's not prepared is the guy that's going to fuck up. So we always want to prepare you for that. But what I love about this guy and what's going on with him is that he's in the scenario. He's in this now he's in. You're in the game now. And that's why I told him, I said, look, man, he's not getting nervous. He's getting more cocky and arrogant, because now the conversations and the questions from the messages that he's sending me, because I am doing, helping him again, 10%, not 90. But he's starting to get the, how many women are you seeing? Who are you seeing right now? Why are you single? And he's like, well, how do I go about answering those things? And I tell him, be honest with her. Now, the thing is that, you know what, especially, I always tell you guys, right now, I haven't found anybody that has moved me enough to want me to get in a relationship. And when you do it that way, you're forcing her to show you why she is valuable to you. Because the first question that you hit her with, the icebreaker that he hit her with on the texting, is carrying over to this point right now. So what I'm saying for you guys is right now is that when a woman starts to ask you those questions, she is starting to prepare herself to throw that pussy on you to try to flip the coin and get you. Now this is the next phase that's very important, because a woman is going to throw the pussy on you and try to get you to really get your ass in line, to really run behind her. And this is why I'm telling you, and I'm giving you all a heads up. This is a very important time here. Because now she knows that he knows what he's doing. What she has done is this: the approach, the texting, the conversations, the kissing, the making out, and the assertiveness. They have already showed her he knows what he's doing. Now, this is where my next step, I prepare him, where I tell you guys, this is where the 5 play and the fucking 101, get ready. Lock it in the chamber. Be prepared. Be prepared. Very important at this